I love reacting to some Bleacher Report articles. And you guys got to understand, coming up with shit like this is not easy. Shout out to our man, Grant Hughes. Coming up with stuff like this, it's difficult. You know, everybody's going to hate you. You know that it's going to be it's going to be screenshotted. It's going to be posted onto Twitter, and everyone's going to make fun of you. But you do it anyways. And really, you just got to, you got to bite the bullet. Do you think a Wordle type of game, but it's just basketball reference stats would be cool? So you guess the player based off of their basketball reference page? That would be fun, yeah. I'm sure there's something like that out there already. Yeah, anything but Fanspo. All right, I don't know what's in this article at all. I just thought it'd be interesting to react to it. The NBA offseason is winding down, but several teams don't quite seem like finished products yet. The Los Angeles Lakers' failure to net a third star leaves them looking feeble in an increasingly difficult Western Conference. Now, I just want to say, I actually think the offseason is over. There might be one or two things here and there. Patty Mills signed a contract today. Congratulations to Patty Mills. I'm terrible at the Immaculate Grid. I would just embarrass myself. My brain just doesn't work like that. Congratulations to Patty Mills on a new contract. FIBA Patty. Zach LaVine to the Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers acquire Zach LaVine from the Chicago Bulls for Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, and Jackson Hayes. That's gross. That's disturbing. Are we even sure that... I mean, obviously, Zach LaVine's a better basketball player than Austin Reeves, but... Are we like... If you're really trying to win a basketball game, this would be trading for a star-level player just for the sake of doing it. Or somebody who is considered, or at one point was considered a star-level player. If you're Chicago, you do this in an instant. Kawhi Leonard to the Warriors. Oh, God. Golden State Warriors acquire Kawhi Leonard from the LA Clippers for Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton, Kevon Looney, Moses Moody, a 2028 first, 2030 first, and a 2029 pick swap. Okay. That would be interesting, I guess. Both sides say no to this one. It would depend on how desperate Golden State really is. They wouldn't trade, or rumored at least, that they wouldn't even include Podziemski for Lauri Markkanen, who I would rather, obviously Kawhi's a better player than Lauri, but I'd rather have Markkanen at this point in time than Kawhi Leonard. And I know Podziemski's not even listed in here, but the reason why I'm saying that is if the Warriors were truthfully desperate, like as desperate as some people think that they are, I think that they would have made that work somehow. I just don't think that they're this desperate to trade all the picks they have left for Kawhi. Like, you're really going for it. And I still feel like... I still feel like that just doesn't put them where they need to be. Did the Clippers say no to this? Let's think about it. Did the Clippers say no to this? I think part of the reason they would say no is because they're going into a new stadium. They don't want to completely and totally rebuild and just go into a rebuild. Entering a new stadium, a new era. This also, like, they would bottom out. They'd be terrible. Kawhi being healthy is, like, the only reason... that they would have any chance at contending. And they're not going to be contenders. Just telling you that right now. But if you were, like, selling Kawhi, what would a Kawhi trade even look like at this point? Would a Kawhi trade net, like, a huge ransom? Or would it be, like, similar-esque to the Kyrie trade? Where it's, like... you're trading for a guy that you know is really good, but there's some questions there. 2 picks and role players. I guess it would depend. Like a team like let's say Kawhi was on the market and the Knicks traded for him, and their big package instead of Mikal Bridges was Kawhi Leonard. That would have been crazy. That, to me, propels them into another stratosphere, assuming Kawhi's healthy. Those picks will be lottery picks. Clippers say yes. That is true. These well, you would think be pretty valuable picks, but that's also 6 years from now. You have no idea. 3 first-round picks and all-star level young players. I'd be interested to see what a Kawhi trade market looked like. I could see it going one of two ways. It could be teams say, hey, if he's healthy, he makes us a championship team, so we'll trade a lot for him, and we'll take the risk. Or I could see teams being like, we don't want to fucking risk that. 3 first-round picks for $50 million injured Kawhi. Man, I wouldn't love my team doing it, but I would also love it at the same time, if that made sense. Anthony Simons to the Orlando Magic. This one has been mocked around for like 2 years now. Orlando Magic acquire Anthony Simons from the Portland Trail Blazers for Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, 2025 first. I think the Magic say no to this. I think the Magic say no. Anthony Simons is a great player, but I'm sure that they're really high on Anthony Black, who had some moments last year. Cole Anthony, whatever, in a honestly not that great of a pick. 2025 Denver pick. It's like not that good of a pick. Probably going to be in the 20s. So it's basically what Orlando wanted to trade Anthony Black for Anthony Simons. I actually think no, to be honest with you. And I like Anthony Simons. Anthony Black torched the Mavericks, got that Dallas boost. Yeah, true. Suggs, KCP, Franz, Paolo, Mo. They're going to try to get a Capella-esque. Suggs or Wimby? Jesus Christ. A player can be better for a season. They should trade Franz for Anthony Simons. Good God. They could hide Anthony Simons defensively. But here's the thing, is the way that they built their team, I don't think they want to hide anybody. I think that they want to build their team around. We have nobody who has to hide defensively. And that's how we play basketball. So because of that, I don't think Anthony Simons would be the move. I feel like if they wanted somebody like this, they could have easily gotten somebody like this offseason. You know, they could have told D'Angelo Russell, hey, we'll pay you more than what your option is. They went out and got a guy like KCP because he fit what they were trying to do. Dorian Finney-Smith to the Cavs. Dodo! Cleveland Cavaliers acquired Dorian Finney-Smith from the Brooklyn Nets for George Niang and 4 second-round picks. Well, yeah, I think the Cavs would do this in a heartbeat. The Cavs would easily do this. The Nets, I don't know. Are the Nets, wasn't it the trade deadline? They said the Nets turned down 2 first-round picks for Dorian, or that's what they were looking for at least. I still feel like they could get a first from somebody at the deadline. Maybe not a good first, but a first nonetheless. Cavs should definitely do that. Nets were saying they were only taking multiple firsts for him. Yeah, but that's probably different now. He's definitely going to get traded by the deadline. But we said that last deadline, then we said that in the offseason. I don't know. I really don't know. But Dodo would be really nice on the Cavs, though. He kind of fits exactly what they need. Really, any of those forwards on the Nets. Cam Johnson, I think that's what I predicted in the offseason. What did the Cavs do? The Cavs brought back everyone. Who did they bring in? Did the Cavs bring anybody in? I'm trying to remember. I really don't think they did they? Ayo Dosunmu to the Bucks. Interesting. Milwaukee Bucks acquire Ayo Dosunmu from the Chicago Bulls for Pat Connaughton in a 2031 pick swap. Would you do that if you're Chicago? I feel like now you brought in Giddey. So now you do have like a bunch of guards. Kobe White, Zach LaVine is still on the roster. Dosunmu and obviously Giddey. And the Bucks, that would be a really, really nice gift for them. I think Milwaukee would do this in a heartbeat. I don't know if the Bulls would, though. Because what's his contract? He's got a nice contract. It's pretty cheap. Bulls should play out first half of the season and move guys at the deadline. That is true. I mean, nobody's making trades right now. $7 million a year right now. $7 million this upcoming season, 7.5, 2025, 2026. A pretty damn good contract. Oh yeah, Lonzo too. I forgot Lonzo's there. I don't know what his status is, but some interesting trades. At this point of the season, you have to commend somebody for still pulling trades out of their ass. I would say the Lakers should absolutely say no to this deal. The Bulls should say yes. I honestly have no clue about this. I do think both teams would say no to a Kawhi trade, but I have no clue what a Kawhi trade would look like. I mean, you could tell me 4 different outcomes. Anthony Simons, I actually think Orlando would not do this. I think this would be okay for Portland. Dodo, I kind of feel like this is pretty good for both sides. Like 4 second-round picks. George Niang, maybe at the trade deadline you could get a first from somebody, but you would trade D-Live, 4 first-round picks and pick swaps for Kawhi? Oh, my God. You're talking out of your ass.